How do I convince them I am streetwise?
Just say yo.
Just sound serious. Try not to be so corpish. Every time you're about to say something, just add a fuck to the end and say it with half as many words as you usually use.
Affirmative.
And when you talk, I'll be right there. Don't worry, if you're in trouble, I'll bail you out. You stand in front, and I'll whisper if I think you need to say something specific, or tell you if you're fucking up really badly. Got it?
Yes, this is a good plan.
Oh gosh. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? Alright, I know we've done a lot of weird things in our time in Nivalis, both as Rania and as Haze, but willingly going and talking to a bunch of gangers in a shady place seems like kind of the pinnacle of stupidity, but, you know, what can you do? Especially somebody named Switchblade Greg. He's walking away from us. That's fine. Before I do that, old habits die hard, you know. Hello there. Please don't stab me.
Who the fuck are you?
Am I to talk for us?
Yes. Remember, make him think you're the kind of android he should fear.
I am the kind of android you should fear.
Oh, yeah.
The hell you say?
You can't just say it, make him think it.
How?
Tell him you're not to be fucked with.
I am not to be fudged with.
Oh, fucked. You have to swear.
You malfunctioning or something? You gotta have a faulty CPU to come at me like that. You know who I am?
You are Switchblade Greg, the criminal enforcer and feared ganger.
You hear that, lads? Feared, huh? Damn straight. Now please tell me why I shouldn't tear out your fucking optics, you fucking corp bot.
Please don't.
This is going badly. Maybe we can start over, Mr. Switchblade. Allow me to introduce myself.
Remember, more fucks.
What's your name, corp bot? I'll need it for your obit.
My name is not important, and this is my colleague, Barry. I am engaged in a variety of illegal and immoral activities that would contravene many logical and well-constructed corpsec laws.
He's
which
gonna
fulfill
clock
the
us as a
social
cop.
contract while allowing the free and unrestrained flow of capital and thus business. You fuck.
You better explain all those fancy words, you fuck.
50% less words.
I am doing crimes. I break reasonable and fair corpsec laws often. Fucker.
Stop calling him a fucker.
Hey, how about you tell me your name too? Stop hiding behind your crazy
Oh, that
fucking
was
bucket
gold.
Haze, you might have heard of me.
Fucker.
Nope.
Look, he's obviously crazy. No one who knows who you are or is thinking straight would talk to you like that.
Yeah?
But we're also obviously not narky either, right? I mean, I'm as high as fuck and he's insane. Look at my eyes, man.
Hey, I see it. Got the red lines. You're a juice head.
Just a taste here and there.
He is a drug addict.
We just want you to hack a logical induction chip. No questions, good pay.
Show me.
Right here.
Hey, I can hack this. You let me keep it, I won't even ask for limbs. I send you the info when I crack it. Give me your comm deets and I'll call you.
We want the chip back.
Not really an option for you. I call you, I keep this, now fuck off.
I would like to clear up a misunderstanding. I am not malfunctioning. I am simply...
Shut up and let's go.
Okay, well that didn't go too terribly, I suppose.
Jane, you there? That dead drop job is on hold. Want us to move on to the next job?
Yeah, sending a nav point now, driver 13.
You were driver 13?
Yeah, why?
I have no further comment.
3 impossible jobs, huh? Down to 2 already.
2.5. You didn't finish the first one yet.
So what do we got next?
It's getting there.
I'm
It's
patching
getting
you
there.
through direct to the client.
All right. Taking a while. Did you start drinking vodka and lime juice again and forget how to use the comm, Jane?
This particular call is a little trickier than normal, Hayes. The client is in orbit.
Orbit? The S&M Club?
No, the place above the clouds.
Wow, I've never met anyone off Terra before. Should I put on a fresh shirt? How will I...
Stop babbling. Connecting broad spectrum call to your Hava now.
I'm not in my Hava.
This is Laser Broadcast Sail Array Designation 436 Delta.
Oh,
signing
that's
on.
a lot of
Am
words.
I speaking to Earth? Is that the central government?
The Central... No, definitely not.
Has civilization collapsed again?
No, maybe. I'm Hayes. I deliver packages.
You know, the first time I woke up, I spoke to the president of the Earth Federation. The second time, it was a senior vizier of the Confederation of Humanity. Then later, maybe the 20th time, the person who responded wanted to trade me 4 axe heads for access to the breedable females.
The air a little thin up there in space? Last time I hit rock bottom, I got my kicks from oxygen deprivation.
Like, what the hell is
You
she
get a
talking
buzz,
about?
But you don't make much sense.
You are still at rock bottom.
Shut
the air
up,
up here is
Morpho.
fine. A good deal better than yours, I'd wager. I'll explain when you pick up the package.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna grab some noodles first. Hello there.
Here's what we have in stock.
Vegetable sandwich, roach meat kebab. Grilled roaches with a sumac coating. Pretty good if eaten while warm and crispy. And a coffee. You know what? Maybe I'll just get coffee with those options.
Thanks,
Thank
bud.
you.
Come again.
Different kind of high. No matter what game it is, if coffee is an option, I'm taking it.
That hit the spot.
Alright. Let's get out of here. Head back to the Hava. Although, just for old time's sake, once again, there's something to loot over here. So I gotta go get it. 2 things! It's my birthday? 2 things to loot? Ah, jeez. You know, I've never really spent money on the drugs in this game. There is a drug dealer over there. I am kind of curious. Because I figure Hayes would do that. Like, I didn't spend money on drugs because I figured Rania really wouldn't. But Hayes, though.
From the look in your eyes, you want what I got, man.
Yeah, I do. Let's get some juice. A golden brown high with a steady come down. Everyone knows juice was a legal stimulant until the drug company failed to pay their kickback to CorpSec. Ah, so it's one of those situations. It only really became illegal because of business, basically. Stimulants. Stimulating brain and muscle tissue to give you that extra boost. And pheromones. Chemical substance triggering a social response in your favor. I'm kind of interested in all of those.
Looks good.
Go easy, okay?
Nope, I'm taking them all at once. So you can take it. What does that eye thing mean? Stimulants, I mean, does that mean we can run faster?
Oh, yeah.
I can't really tell. Does it seem like we're going faster? I mean, maybe? Oh, we've got some, like, sight lines around us. What if we take the
This
juice?
will probably kill me, but I'll die happy.
Alright. There's a little bit of a visual effect there. Hopefully that's not too bad. I might zoom out just to alleviate that for now. Oh, yeah, in the car it's even worse. Okay, we'll do that then. We're starting to run out of gas, it looks like. Or at least starting to run low. Oh, goodness. Yeah, no, I shouldn't drive like this. Ugh, that's making my stomach turn. Oh, boy. Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all. That doesn't feel good at all. Hopefully that stuff is going to wear off soon. Oh, goodness, because, yeah, I don't know what it is, but man, my stomach. I usually don't have much motion sickness and stuff, but the effects that this game has put on its like drugs and stuff has really hit me, especially like when driving and stuff. I don't know if maybe that is more of a, you know, an issue, just the driving part, but oh my gosh. Well, that's like good for immersion, I guess, because you know, you shouldn't drive impaired by any means. Don't do that, kids and ladies and gentlemen. Even though this isn't necessarily kid friendly. If you're not supposed to be watching this, you shouldn't be watching this, okay? But yeah. Ow. Did you see that guy? He just moved up into my lane. No signal or anything. I think that would be the kind of fascinating thing about, like, hovering cars that I think not a lot of people tend to think about. Is you know, obviously, hovering cars would be cool. You know, they look cool. They're always cool in like the movies and stuff like that. But like when you think about the logistical like aspect of it, like how do you like structure infrastructure around flying cars? And I think one of the things that I think is really interesting in this game is that it kind of answers some of that, in that it structures things like streets still. Like you have these sort of like, I don't really know what the science to them, the sort of in-world science is, but these places here are like roads where you're more encouraged to fly. Like you can obviously fly wherever, but flying within these roads is, your vehicle works like quicker. But I guess like, would there be laws that would try to restrain you from free flying wherever you want to, you know, like this? Like, do the police like try to keep you within the, you know, the normal boundaries of the roads? And then if that's the case, kind of like, what's the point of the flying cars to begin with then, if you know, the kind of the freedom of it kind of gets taken away immediately? And then also like as we've seen in some of my gameplay, it's actually a hell of a lot more dangerous to be flying around down in the roads than it is to just be up above wherever I want to be. Is this the right place? It is. There's a better place to park over there. I'm not going to get too worried about all that. But feel like going over to that other parking lot would serve us a little bit better. So alright, here we go. But then when it comes to flying, you know, like cars have blinkers, you know, and all that stuff. Wouldn't you kind of have to have like 8 directional blinkers to like signal that, oh, I'm moving up and to the left, I'm moving up and to the right, you know, that kind of thing? And maybe we were moving a little bit faster when we took those stimulants. I don't know, I can't tell. But anyways, you know, like, you kind of have to think about that kind of stuff, right? And I feel like in a lot of things that I see, I don't really see that. They just kind of, if they do, they're kind of still just mimicking cars, and they have, like, what would look like blinkers. Just regular left and right blinkers and stuff. But, like, surely you would have to have some kind of indication that you're going up or down as well. Because otherwise, how else do you, like, factor that into, like, traffic accidents and all that stuff? Also, I imagine insurance companies would just be even way worse than they are now, if that's even possible. Alright, we'll pick this up.
Hi, Space Lady. I got your package. It was just left in an alleyway.
That's where my apartment used to be.
So, what is it?
Are you supposed to ask clients what's in their package?
Yeah, it's one of our rules.
It's my houseplants.
You want me to water them, or...?
No. They've been frozen too long. A bit like me. I want them dumped in the water system of Nivalis. Maybe some frozen seed will sprout to life again. After that, I've got some more affairs I need your help with. I can't really take care of things up here.
I have an inquiry to make. Did you say you were frozen?
Sure was, little robot earthling. And I will be again in just under 4 hours.
And put on a
They
coat.
defrost me once every century.
You are very old then.
So old you wouldn't be able to understand me if my comm wasn't routed through a real-time translation algo. Another reason that defrosting me cost the Corp precious resource cycles.
What are you doing in space?
Looking out the window.
What's it like?
Beautiful. Exposed. The stars are cold and distant and they go on forever.
You just look around? The corpse must have you up there for some shady reason, spying on dissidents or beaming mind control rays into our head.
I'm the one and only crew member of the Laser Broadcast Sail Array Designation 436 Delta. Using photon recycling, my satellite array pushes a light sail through space with laser propulsion. You can't do it on Earth. Too much interference.
But you're not on the light sail.
Nope. I guess I'm a bit like a port, but a port that fires a laser beam that pushes a space sail ship through the galaxy.
How far has the spaceship gone?
Far enough to discover alien life.
You are shitting me. Really?
Yep. Or so they told me 800 years ago. Apparently we weren't worth their attention. Haven't heard much about it since. It's hard to keep up with current events when you're only awake one day in every 36,000. Is that the right number? I've never been great at maths.
Is maths not a prerequisite for an astronaut?
I guess. Who knows, robot dude? I'm pretty tired.
What's it like, being frozen in cryostasis?
It's all right. Before I left Earth, I thought each time I woke, it would feel like I was picking up right where I left off. But that's not how it works. The boredom leaches in, even when you're unconscious. I think I just kind of exist now. Maybe I should be angry, confused, ready to come home. But all I am is glad I'm not down there. Especially when I, no offense, talk to someone like you.
Fair.
Yeah, that's a fascinating thought experiment. And just like, gosh, could you imagine like being basically having your life measured in increments of a day, but each of those days is separated by 100 years? Like, yeah, from your perception, you know, and I don't even know how your perception would go. Like, would you just kind of like wake up? Like, you know, when you go under for surgery, you're out for hours, but it just feels like, you know, you just blinked and woke up. And that perception feels like it was within a couple of minutes, if that. If that's the same way for something like cryostasis for like 100 years, you know, the disconnect that your perception has just felt like it's been, you know, like a night. And then but then like trying to piece together the fact that it's been 100 years, like how do you even do that? Like how does your brain even like wrap around that concept? You know, like does our perception of time kind of occur because that's just kind of like what we become accustomed to? You know, like obviously we experience time within the course of the sort of 24-hour days that we've kind of set up. You know, we wake up, we go through our daily cycles, when we wind down at the end of the day, we go to sleep, we wake up the next morning. if it was, you have the day and then you go to sleep for 100 years, like, does your brain ever start to, like, rewire itself to perceive that as a day? You know what I'm trying to say? That could be a little bit too heady for, and I'm not explaining it as best as I could, probably, but, I don't know. That just seems like an interesting question. Time kind of fascinates me. And, scares me as well. There's a lot of things about time that we don't know and don't understand, and maybe never will. But, the way that time can be used and utilized and, like, explored within art and narratives and stories is something that I enjoy. Oh, we need to go to a new area. And I think most of the time, I think it's interesting that most of the time, perception, or, like, portrayals of time travel, cryostasis, that kind of thing, is typically seen as, like, is typically portrayed in this kind of, like, bad light, as if, like, it ends up, like, trying to play with time is ultimately, like, bad, or, you have vampires that can live forever, or whatever, and it's always kind of goes to show just, like, how terrible it would be to have to live that long. And ultimately, different stories. There's a movie called, I think, Age of Adeline, about this girl that kind of just stops aging, and it's all from this, this idea that, like, if you stopped aging and you could live forever, like, would you kind of eventually get to this point where you wanted to age again? And most of the time that's yes. But I feel like there's an interesting opportunity to, like, portray these kind of different things of time, and, like, what would it be if it was actually, like, a good thing? Like, because a lot of times I feel like whenever somebody is able to live forever or whatever, it's very much in this very contained mindset that everybody else does still have to go by the normal paces of time, and so therefore, like, it's bad because they have to witness their loved ones through multiple generations live and die, and you see all of these world events and all this stuff. But, like, what if it was everybody, like, that could live this long? Like, are there positive outcomes of it? It all gets so negatively portrayed that on some levels, to me, it sometimes feels like it's the negative portrayal of, like, living forever or different stuff like that kind of comes from this angle of kind of coping with the fact that we don't live forever. Like, it's a way to kind of wrestle with the fact that we don't. So, like, why would I want to live forever? Because obviously it's bad if we could live forever or live extremely long times. Like, obviously it would only end up with bad things. So, like, that makes me more comfortable with the fact that I can't, but, like, what if it wasn't, a bad thing? I just think, what would that look like? And I think that's part of the reason that there might not be, is because trying to think through that and try to create kind of like a convincing setting or narrative where living for a long time, or indefinitely even, does create positive things. Like, how do you kind of construct, knowing what we know of human nature, like, and just the way that society has progressed now, like, how do you divorce yourself from that context to think about, like, what would a positive outcome for living forever be? Because for the most part, that's another part of the like negative outcomes for it is kind of probably coming from the perspective that like most of the time with different like revelations in science and medicine, like there are typically quite a few negative outcomes that come out of it, and kind of only serve to, you know, further make things a little more dystopian as time goes on. Even though they do, you know, objectively increase our lifespan and stuff like that. Like, was the trade-off worth it? That's kind of the stuff that we wrestle with day to day. Anyway, so it's like, how do you kind of divorce yourself from that and thinking of a scenario or setting where being alive for longer is a good thing that is more unquestionably good, that you don't have to think of those, well, is this trade-off worth it? And I think that just comes more naturally to fiction, where being able to live a long time is bad because it's easier to like think, well, you'd be more exploited for work because, you know, you can work longer, you wouldn't be able to retire for longer, various things like that. You'd have to witness more tragedies, and on and on and on. Oh, here we go. Throw a package in the water. Yeet.
Hey, Sala, I threw your plants and stuff in the ocean. What now?
I sent you another nav point. Your HQ.
You must know a ton about history and stuff, right? With you being so ancient?
I guess so. You interested?
Nah, not really. Just making conversation. You must be lonely. Me and Morpho will keep you company.
I could tell you about the revolution. How it went wrong. How the governance of Earth Coalition promised the world with their new city, Nivalis. Then built it on lies, stolen money, and the bodies of poor workers.
Ugh, drag. What's your favorite food up there in space?
Just after the automated defrost me from cryostasis, I have this pea puree and mango tea with amphetamines. Really invigorating. When you haven't eaten for 100 years, everything tastes great, to be honest.
Press
I feel
X to
like this
doubt.
conversation is squandering an opportunity to learn insights from someone in space with generations of lost knowledge.
I'm with you,
Should
Morpho.
our questions not be more profound?
So, do you jerk off in space?
Sure. Yeah. It's not that different. In zero G, when your hands are busy, you gotta make sure you don't bump your head.
Oh, goodness.
Trust me on that.
You spoke
Which
before
one?
about civilizations rising and falling, but there are still corporations paying for you to be in space, funding you and supporting your expedition. This makes no sense.
Makes no sense to me either, robot. It is what it is.
That don't make no
I think
sense.
some rich family wants to know what's really out there. And through the generations, they just keep this whole project going. I think they're called...
I hope we don't miss what she thinks they're called.
Astris, or something.
Astris.
Like I said, my head gets foggy.
I find it fascinating that in the fair and competitive markets of Nivalis, a company can maintain their cutting-edge success over thousands of years.
Yeah, Morpho, it really is a wonder how the rich stay rich.
Yeah.